As President Ibrahim Traore is pushing hard to revive Burkina Faso, he is facing a number of challenges, disrupting his goodwill for this Sahel country of West Africa. In the recent scenario, which is linked to the newly purchased planes from China, a number of questions are coming out in order to find out the very right answers. Revolving mainly around engineers who made a very tough decision against the government of Burkina Faso, and the response from President Ibrahim Traore. Everyone is shocked. One may ask, what has just happened in Burkina Faso, testing the goodwill of Burkina Faso? If you remember, Burkina Faso under President Ibrahim Traore just of recent purchased a new high-performance Embraer 190 aircraft with 6 business class seats and 92 economy class seats from China at a cost of 65 billion CFA francs, about $109.7 million. This plane came when a few months ago, the Burkina company had announced the suspension of its flights for economic reasons. Hearing about the arrival of this new plane, Burkinabés were full of joy and felt a new journey of Air Burkina, with the government having almost full control and ownership. However, this joy has been halted by what is looked at as lack of patriotism by President Ibrahim Traore. But what has made him so annoyed, feeling that he's doing all he can for the good of Burkina Faso, and yet specific individuals are misbehaving in a way that may push Burkina Faso back to suffering? As soon as the plane arrived, a team of mechanical engineers presented their resignation forms to the state-run aviation of Burkina Faso. Do you know even the reason of this resignation? It was a pay rise of their salaries. You have heard it right, a pay rise. Each individual wants to be receiving over 3 million CFA francs. That is about $5,000 from $2,500. After hearing about these instances, President Ibrahim Traore started negotiations with these mechanical engineers, but they have been refusing offers other than the $5,000. This is where President Ibrahim Traore comes out with tough decisions on these engineers, whom he feels are not patriotic. This situation comes at the time when the country is fighting hard to come back to the more desired life due to a number of problems it has been undergoing. But one may ask, how has President Ibrahim Traore reacted about the failed negotiations with these engineers? Are these engineers only focusing on huge salaries, yet the government of Burkina Faso is working hand in hand with the citizens to ensure that peace and development are restored? Why are they even doing this at the time when Burkina is recovering from the recently interrupted aviation services of Burkina due to financial issues? After failed negotiations with the engineers, President Ibrahim Traore decides that these engineers should return to work either by force or willingly, without considering their desired pay rise. In a bid to re-energize a number of sectors in Burkina Faso, President Ibrahim Traore has encouraged a number of citizens of this Sahel country of West Africa to support not only verbally, but also through immense actions, including financial support, to eliminate reliance on international loans. Coming out with these tough decisions on these engineers, some may ask, is forcing these engineers an act of dictatorship by President Ibrahim Traore? President Ibrahim Traore is continuously encouraging patriotism in Burkina Faso due to the numerous struggles it is facing. Burkina Faso's national airline, Air Burkina, had struggled for more than a decade. Mechanical aircraft maintenance engineers inspect, maintain, and repair the mechanical components of aircraft. They conduct pre-flight checks of aircraft systems to detect and diagnose defective equipment in order to prevent malfunction. The arrival of the newly purchased plane meant that the country was on the verge of competing effectively with other major airlines. With a sudden resignation of these engineers, President Ibrahim Traore is frustrated with certain citizens who are not having deeper understanding of the ongoing situation in Burkina Faso. In order to improve tourism and trade, among other activities, a steady working civil aviation sector is a key driver. These seemingly greedy engineers, who all of a sudden change their behaviors, are the destabilizers President Ibrahim Traore has been discussing continuously. Indeed, for what has been a seriously struggling aviation of a country, and now thriving to come back to life, how could just mere engineers who have a certain role to play put immense resistance against one of the important projects of a country under immense change? Everyone has a right to express his dissatisfaction with ongoing issues pushing him against the wall. But doubling the paycheck suddenly from the standard, and not even the worst paycheck at the time when Burkina Faso is changing for good, leaves everyone shocked. With no doubt, these engineers are useful, but the problem is how could they harshly and immediately come out quickly and resign at the time when the long-awaited jet finally arrives? President Ibrahim Traore is fighting hard to improve Burkina Faso, and good money management is one of the major contributors to the development of this West African country. President Ibrahim Traore has been and continues to be the leading example. Known for his humble expenditure, he wants the same spirit to be within the rest of government officials in order to have sufficient funds to run Burkina Faso. Reviving a disorganized country, mostly the one being affected by insurgency, isn't just a piece of cake that you can bite easily and quickly. It requires immense effort, a thing which President Ibrahim Traore has so far managed to show through the various equipment he purchased and continuing to receive from the new allies, mainly Turkey, China, Russia, Iran among others. These engineers should know that they are playing with a peaceful lion, which can roar against those ones, thinking they can do whatever they wish in any way, without deeply analyzing their decisions.